Today's workout, 5 minutes of your time, I'll give you 5 minutes of mine. We're going to go in about 15 seconds, all right? So we're going to go over my one-hand swing learning progressions. They always start with two hands though, so let's practice those two-hand swings, 2 sets of 10 in 3, 2, here we go, 10 reps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, makes 10, excellent. One more set of two-hand swings, and then we're going to go from 2 hands to 1. We've been practicing this, and those of you who have been following along the last 3 months had opportunity to practice this. So let's finish up with our last set of two-hand swings, 10 reps before we go to one-hand swings. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so I call these my learning progressions, learning the one-hand swing. Slowly, we start with 2, we go to 1. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to drop one of our hands on 5 and continue on with one-hand swings. We're going to start with 2 hands though. There's 3, 4. At the top, we're going to drop one hand. We're going to touch the handle 5 times. 3, 4, and 5. Okay? You can set the bell down with one hand or you can set the bell down with 2 hands. It's up to you. We've got to do the other side. We're going to start with 2 hands. We're going to drop one and swing with the other hand. Here we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to drop one hand on 5. All right, here's our last swing. I'm not going to retake this either. When I screw up, I admit. Let's go over all 3 of those combinations one more time. Starting with 2 hands. I'll do it right this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 2 hands to 1 hand. I am going to set the belt down with 1 hand. Okay? I'm going to start with 2. I'm going to drop it on 5. Continue on for 5 one-handed swings. Here I go. For 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to drop 1 hand. I'm going to touch 1, touch 2, touch 3, touch 4, touch 5, and set it down with 1 hand. Okay? I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to set it down with 1 hand on the other side. Because then I'm going to start my last 3 sets with that 1 hand. But here we go, we're going to start with 2. The last time we start with 2. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to drop my other hand on 5. I'm going to touch 1, touch 2, touch 3, touch 4, touch 5, and I'm going to set the bell down. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, we've done 7 sets. Now we've got 3 more sets. We're going to start with 1 hand. We're going to switch on 5. We're going to switch back on 5. Ready? Here we go. I'm still touching the handle because I want to be ready for that transfer swing, which is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to switch back on 5. Okay, hopefully I counted that right, but you know me. It's all good, right? We're going to start with 1 hand. We're going to switch on 5. Okay, here we go. Touch 1, touch 2, touch 3, touch 4. I'm going to switch on the way up as the bell's continuing to go up. 3, 4. I'm going to switch back on 5. Why do I switch back? I'm going to tell you after this last set. So it may be helpful for you, even though you're starting with 1 hand, to have both hands out there as if you were starting with 2. Ready? Here we go. For 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to switch hands on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to switch hands and set it down with one hand. Okay, so why switch back at the end? Well, because even though we're only doing 10 reps at a time now, 10 by 10s, eventually you're going to want to do more than 10 reps. And sometimes you combine different swing combinations. So you've got to get back to the starting hand. In fact, let's do a little bonus. You ready to do 20 reps? Let's start with one hand. You ready? Here we go. Just follow me. We're going to switch on 5, okay? 2, 3, 4. We're switching on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to switch back. Keep going. Do the same thing for 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch hands on 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're done when we switch back. Okay, so there you go, a little bonus of 20 extra swings, continuous. You got a little extra rest before we started those, but that's why you want to switch back if you're doing my kind of workouts. You know, it's fine if you don't. But anyway, so the Swing Quest is coming up in a week and a half, and we are going to be practicing those combinations, but mostly we are moving on to one-hand swings now, okay? We're not going to drop those two-hand swings entirely yet, but we're going to be doing a lot more one-hand swings, especially those 5 and 5s. So this 10 by 10 is a prelude to what's coming up in a week and a half, and next week we're going to do more of those 5 and 5s, okay? But at the end of the day, if you just want to stick with your two-hand swings, I love two-hand swings. But what I love more than two-hand swings is that you're doing your 10 by 10s, and I'll see you next week.